So Jazz and Mel are transplanting or moving our current plants from our like older house, old house, old place, into bags so that we can transplant them into our new place.
No, we are. We can stand over. There you
Wave to the camera, baby. Melanie, wave to the camera. It's your cute little boots.
Oh, straight from church to picking up dirt. Former lifestyle.
I am curious to see what the garlic looks like right now.
Yeah. That's it.
Go see the garden.
I gotta try to use it up.
Garlic to these.
That is pretty close though. Good job.
Yeah, really close. It probably is a garlic.
Daddy,
Hmm.
come see what this is.
Okay, let's pick up the garlic first.
It was an ant pile right here or something.
No, they just be they was traveling from like the driveway to.
I was wondering why it was wet.
Oh, I just rested it because there's so many ants in there.
You want me to put you a bun in your hair, Melanie, instead? Here, hold the camera for Daddy Jazz. Don't block it. Let me see.
Okay, let's see.
Got some roots.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of turning into a
Yeah, you
bulb.
see?
Bring it. Or is it still just that one clove? You gotta hold it still, baby.
It looked like the.
Does it look a little bit bigger than it?
beginning? It looks like the beginning of.
It does.
It's starting to bulb.
A lot of roots.
Why do we have to record?
It's for the YouTube channel, baby.
Yeah.
We have a YouTube channel
Yes.
still, but we used to do one about
Melody,
chess.
You moving it too much.
Yeah.
Why we don't do it about chess no more when I
Chess?
was little?
We
Remember?
still do chess on YouTube if you want.
Yay!
Oh wow.
That was
Oh,
really
wow.
rooted.
Yeah. A lot.
Wow. Look at that.
There's two and two and one. Oh, you know what? Because I know I didn't put 3 or 4 together.
So then they're growing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we did space them out.
See that? See that growth there? Mm-hmm.
Where?
It's growth. This is growth. This is growth, baby.
And all the roots.
All the roots is
no.
growth.
Go point to the roots, Melanie. Remember where the roots are.
Mm.
Good job.
Be careful, it's a bug right there.
This was Char did really good.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, it did. It did good, but it wasn't. It was slow growth.
Yeah, very, very slow. Not getting no sun like that. To be in the to be in the shaded area, it definitely.
And I got it when it was dead.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It came back to life and
What does it smell like, Melanie?
Yeah.
Tastes like garlic. Okay, so babe, wave to the camera. Wave.
Way like that, way like that, way like that, way like that.
Okay, so Jazz is getting a lawnmower together, and I am walking. Y'all should really make that base, or you can make Mommy's car the base. Go ask Daddy Jazz. Go ask Daddy Jazz for the bug spray. So I'm walking the property for more observation because we need to map out where everything is gonna go. So I believe I found. Actually, you know what I think I'm gonna do? At first I said I was going to do a watermelon patch in the front of the property because I like the way the sun hits it. But We just missed the sunset. Well, not we, y'all. Sorry, but the sun was setting right here, which shines right in this patch. Also, I'm taking a note of where things like springtime things are growing in more abundance, which is likely because the sun is hitting it a lot. So, like in this patch, you see like it's much taller. You see some taller growth versus some areas where it's like it's just short grass, right? Sometimes that also has to do with shade, like with shade hitting it, shade provided by trees, right? So we do have trees on the property. Okay, if y'all watched the previous videos, we talked about people burning their trash and how the previous owner was also burning trash. So there's still a few burn pits left. Here's one. As you can see, there's still more trash in there. But if you also take note, you can see where some of the plants are coming up, right? So the good thing about burning is like the plants will actually come back even more luscious afterwards. So we're gonna pick up the trash. I'll probably amend the soil a little bit or put some compost on top or whatever, and then plant. So I'm thinking that this area that I'm in, do some okra and some watermelon, and I would like to test out the areas for the watermelon. So we're gonna do 2 patches. I'm gonna do the same thing for the okra too. I'm gonna do 2 patches, one in the front of the property, which is the east side. So the east side, which is the front of the property, and then on the west side, which is the back of the property, I'm going to do melons and okra. Then we do have a big tin, like it's probably 3 feet deep bucket. It's pretty wide, maybe like 5 feet wide, and we're going to use that for some potatoes. And I want to get about 2 or 3 or more of those because we do have quite a few potatoes that are ready to plant already. And I want to do, I think I have russet, I believe I have russet. I'm watching a butterfly pollinate the flower over here. It's too far for y'all to see. It's very beautiful. I think we have these grasshoppers. They hop high, honey, and far. Oh yeah, russet, sweet potatoes. I don't think I have any purple potatoes, but I just know I have a variety. I wonder if this butterfly will let me get it. Let me see. It's hopping from flower to flower. Very beautiful. Oh. What's up, baby? The grass is really high over here. Y'all might want to go run back there so you didn't get all itchy.
So there might be other holes in the ball.
Yeah. So go run in the front. Y'all can go run in the front. Okay, so let me walk through here. Another thing that we noticed is that, so there's a fence line, right? I'm also taking note of like how mushy the ground is, if at all, in spots. So we have this fence line, right? Within, so this is empty. Then there's the fence line. But then on this side, it's a lot of tree, which gives us about an extra few feet. That's probably like, what, 10 feet or something? 8 feet that we could possibly use. But anyways, so this side of the property, I noticed grows, I feel like there's a few patches in it that grow really high too. And Jazz is about to cut the grass, y'all. But it is very important to observe before you start doing things to your land if you plan on farming. See right here, I know I can feel it's a little bit more mushy. Over there, it's very high. So we'll do some things over there too. I'm just not sure what. I should have wore some jeans under my dress or something. So another thing is another thing I'll be doing today is crop planting. So we already have some seedlings, some things. We have a lot of seeds in our seed bank. And then I'm gonna crop plan for what's going straight, like direct sow, what needs to be from seedlings. Babe, I found another one of those mushrooms. Yeah. Right here.
Oh, yeah. Right.
So yeah, I'll be crop planting, and the crop planting is gonna be me planning for what needs to be from seedlings, what can direct sow, meaning like I can just sow it from seed straight into the ground, and then also planning for next crop season, meaning that we need to get those seedlings started either indoor or like outdoor, like greenhouse type of thing. We do have like a little indoor greenhouse. We might be able to do stuff in that shed actually, because we do have grow lights, but we need to get some more grow lights since we're going to expand. So that's going to be part of my crop planning. Also have to crop plan for what's going to be for sale and then what's going to be for us. Another thing that we need to do, what I know for sure we're going to grow, is loofah. So I've only grown loofah once. I'm just observing over here. So this was probably a burn pit. It's just this random circle that's not, you see? Look at that big row. It looks like a walkway for somebody to get married, which is interesting because me and Jazz are getting married here in May. Oh, look at the sun behind that tree. Over there. Yes. Not yet. I'm using my phone. So I've only grown loofah once, and I feel like I did okay. But now I have a little bit more knowledge about it, so I feel like I can do better this time. Some other things about things like different pole beans, loofah, squash, tomatoes, and stuff like that. You want some type of trellis or some type of medium that it can grow up. Look at this long patch. Let me turn y'all around. See, this is a big high patch compared to the low ground. See how long it is? But then let me show y'all something else. There's like a little circle. Again, maybe originally a burn pit. You see that? So interesting how it. Oh, I'm trapped by all these spiky plants. So I ain't got no jeans on. Look how thick and luscious that is. Look at the wasps. Yes. Just saying, you need to have. Dang, these grasshoppers be jumping for real. You need to have something for it to grow up on. So we have stuff like chicken wire. We use chicken wire to grow our peas at our last place. And I feel like we did pretty well, especially for the space that we had and the amount of sunlight that we had. If y'all look in some videos, you might even see like some foil that we put on the fence. And that was kind of like our way of trying to basically reflect or retract light to a certain area of the yard that would not get exposure to sunlight. And, you know, again, just making do with what we had. So we'll use some chicken wire. Chicken wire is pretty cheap and accessible, so that's going to be probably the number one thing. I would love to have a nice, like an arch trellis, I think, as well. This is a nice tree. Nice big tree. Okay, and then I do believe I want a section for a lot of herbs. Besides the chef garden, the chef's garden is kind of talked about the chef garden already in the last video. So this front area is where I think I want to leave it open for the most part. Pretty much from this tree and this tree on, leaving it open for activities, yoga, events, play area, you know, stuff like that. I feel like the middle of this area doesn't collect or stay with like a whole bunch of water. And it's just nice and open. I really like that. So that's what this area is going to be for, I believe. And if I grow anything here, it will be maybe on the areas. The perimeters. Okay. Then our other project is going to be to do a privacy fence. So everything is already fenced in. Okay, the whole property is fenced in. But we do want privacy. So we're gonna do a privacy fence. The immediate areas that we want privacy are basically our front and our two sides. Our back will be the last part that we have to really worry about. This side for sure, because they have dogs and their dog has been kind of like digging up under parts of the fence and coming over here, and Jazz has to keep like scaring him away. He's actually, one project that he's working on today outside of the lawnmower that he's working on today is an electric fence to keep some dogs in their own damn yard. And then we're still gonna leave the electric fence on there, and then in tandem build a security fence as well. So those are, I feel like the main projects that we have going on. This is the front of the property, which I've already seen. Actually, the sun setting is actually still shining on this area. See, that's why it's really good to just walk everything and observe. This is getting a lot of sunlight. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that sun. Oh yes, I like that. Now, we already have some raised beds there, but I kind of feel like they're not really getting direct sunlight. So we're gonna see what we're gonna put over there. And we're still working on those too. I'm actually about to finish filling I think another one of them up. There's bamboo on the perimeters because they suck up some of the water and also offer privacy. But okay, but yeah, I noticed that this gets a lot of sun. So this is a good area. These are where all our pine trees are. Well, the majority of them. We have this one little circle there. We talked about cutting some of them back. We'll see. This is a little mushy here. And a lot of crawfish holes. It's like a mound here. Feels like there was a tree right here. Okay.
What kind of work are you doing?
I'm doing some farming work, some farmer work.
And what kind of farmer work are you doing?
I am I am look glossy you got on.
It's
Or
not
that's your
lip gloss.
makeup.
Yeah.
I am crop planting. Where's my pen? I just dropped it. Okay. Oh, here it is. I'm crop planting because when you have a farm or whenever you're growing vegetables, really, you have to plan out what you're going to grow. So name something that you want to grow right now.
I want to grow flowers.
Okay. What kind of flowers?
I want to grow daisies.
Okay, so actually this is a good time to grow daisies, lilies, I think tulips. So whenever you want to grow certain things, you have to think about what season you're in. And the season you're in is like if it's winter, summer.
Spring, winter,
You're missing another one.
and
Where the leaves come off the tree.
fall.
Yep. Fall. So you have to think about that because certain plants grow in certain seasons. So right now is a season for flowers like
'Cause
lilies.
it's summer.
It's spring.
I mean,
Spring. So since it's spring, now mommy has to write out and draw out. Well, because we have this big yard now, right? So I'm going to use this paper. I'm going to sketch out the grass. I'll probably actually use one sheet of paper for each. What?
what does sketch?
You know when you sketch your drawings.
Oh.
Yeah, crazy girl. I probably use one of these sheets of paper for every corner of the yard.
Can I draw flowers?
Yeah, you can do crop planting. So what I'm doing, I'm going to sketch out what I want to plant in that corner or quadrant. Quadrant is just when you have a square or something, you have 4 parts. 4 is quad, so quadrant. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. So I'm going to use each paper as a quadrant. I'm going to use each paper as a quadrant, and I'm going to sketch out what I want, what plants. I'm probably going to like draw it out. I'm going to say, oh, tomatoes are going to be over here. Yeah, but and then I also have to think about what seeds we already have, what seeds we need to get done. Push my computer, baby. Sit up. Come sit right next to me. Which is also how my computer, because I need to see what seeds mommy already has and input it into like our system, and then see what seeds we need to get, how many seeds we're gonna need to have. I have to also do math for how much soil we need to buy, which I actually forgot to measure. I forgot to do that. I was supposed to do.
I can help you measure.
Oh, it was dark outside, but there's too many bugs outside now. Yeah, Daddy Jazz can do that. He's gonna measure tomorrow so we can see how much soil we need. But
This is our new house.
this is our new house. Yeah.
Yeah. And we still about the old house, but we moving stuff in here.
Yep. So farmers do have to do other like paperwork too.
Okay, I'm gonna do paperwork since
Okay. But I have to give you another pen because mommy needs a pen. Well, actually, go ahead here. You can sketch. I'm going to use my computer really quick so that I can open up my. You gotta use. So you can write out the other stuff that you want to do. Some other things that might be good for spring, which might be things like tomatoes, cucumbers. You also have to think about where the sun rises and where the sun sets and where there's too much shade, where there's a lot of water, where there's a lot of mud. All that's very important too when you're crop planting or you're planning for your crops. You know what crops are? It's your vegetables, your fruits, or herbs, the stuff that you're growing. That's what a crop is. So I'm gonna open up this, and I'm also going to open.
Cartoons?
No, it's not cartoon.
Because I saw a cartoon down here.
Then I'm gonna go to. I have to open up 3 things. The seed store. Oh, I'm not. Oh yeah, I'm on the Wi-Fi. Seed store, and then I need to open up. I forgot what I'm supposed to. Planner. Oh, I need to look up the Conroe season extension, I think. Is that what it's called? Planting. I feel like it's called the season extension. I feel like my brain is going blank. So, depending on your county or like your zone, you guys can look up your. There it is.
It's gonna be a surprise. You can see it.
Is it? You're supposed to be able to look up. So we are in. Oh, that's why I'm thinking.
We vegan. That's why we got our own food and we eat plant-based.
We do. That's correct. You should be able to look up your county's planting guide, and it'll show you the months based on your county. So we were in Harris County, and I just accidentally Googled Conroe, but I need to be Googling Montgomery County. And it's just the season. I think it's called Season Extension Planting Guide. I feel like if it's not called that, I'm like, my brain is going crazy.
Sometimes that happens to me too.
Sometimes that happens to you too.
Yeah.
I need to plug up my computer.
Tomato.
Yeah, this is not. Well, I found something, but it's not what I'm looking for. You gonna grow tomatoes?
Yeah. And I'm gonna do flowers.
Flowers are actually really good. Why would you think flowers would be good to grow in a garden besides them looking pretty?
Because plants help you breathe and flowers is a plant thing. Like trees and grass and everything that's a plant helps you breathe.
Yes, and what else? What do certain insects like flowers? What do caterpillars turn into?
Butterflies.
Okay, good, yeah.
Butterflies.
We need butterflies because they help pollinate things.
And the bees.
Good, bees are pollinators. Melanie's crop plan is looking good. Let me show y'all. Okay, explain to me what you got so far.
You got tomatoes and the vines that the tomato grow on, and they have flowers.
Beautiful flowers.
And then I'm gonna make broccoli growing on there because I never seen broccoli grow, and this is my first time seeing broccoli grow.
Because you didn't pay attention. You seen the broccoli today that we grew?
Yeah.
Okay, but the season for broccoli is over, so we got to do the broccoli once it starts getting cold outside again. Good job.
Drawing the flower.
Okay, y'all, so this is the crop plan, about 70-80% done. I just want to kind of show y'all what the idea is. So when I was saying I was going to do quadrants, so I did an overview. I drew the you always want to draw things in relation to real property or real items on your land, so like landmarks basically. So I know that this is the house, right? Then I know the chef's garden or this big circle is right in front of the house, so when someone is looking at this, they should be able to navigate fairly easily. Okay, so I know that on this side I wrote out, okay, I want melons, okra, hibiscus. You also might see things like a sorrel instead of hibiscus, or I can't remember the other name for it. Squash. And then like on this side, I put that, okay, I want melons, radish, elderberry. I have some elderberry trees already. They just need to be placed back there. I have some blueberry bushes. And okay, whenever you see the term three sisters, that's typical like beans, corn, and squash all grown together. And maybe I can do a video on how it got coined, this term, and why it works. Okay, so basically I split up. This is empty for a reason. This is empty because I don't really want to do growing there. I want to leave this open for play space, event space. Also, that's the quadrant we're going to get married in next month. Okay, this is kind of important. This is not really important. It kind of is. This is how I measured. Let me take it off of cinematic because it keeps like messing up. This is how we got our measurements for how much we want for a bed. How much soil we need for a bed. Because we are doing a soil delivery. Okay, so basically I said, hey, I want it about the size, like one bed to be about the size of our primary bedroom. So pretty much I walked our primary bedroom and I got 26 feet long, 19 feet wide. And then I said that I want our depth to be about 3 to 5 inches, more so 5 inches. Now, I didn't measure this with this tape ruler. You guys can literally walk it. When I say feet, I literally mean your foot. So very simple. It doesn't have to be technical, guys. And so then we used there's like a calculator that you can use typically when you're buying like a big load of soil. They typically have a calculator that calculates, you put in your length by width and depth and everything like that, and it calculates how many yards of soil you need for that. So we got 8 yards, and so I know I wanted 2 of those, so that's 16 yards. And I think I feel like I ended up ordering 18 yards. I think I did 9. I think we did 9 and 9 instead of 8 and 8. Cost about $37 per yard. All together, so you see this number, right? $296. I know it looks like chicken scratch, but it's actually way much more money than that once you add in the delivery fees. And like I said, I believe I did 9 and 9 instead of 8 and 8. I almost don't even want to tell you how much it costs. But just know it was pricey. Okay, so here are the actual like quadrants, right? So you always want to put, whenever you're crop planning, you want to put like I said, like directional things, right? Okay, but you also see I put compasses in relation to how our property is. So instead of north being up top, I know that this side of my property is the west side and this is the east, and then I just put an X in the quadrant that I'm looking at. I'm naming all the parts of the farm. All right, so this is northwest. This goes over here, and then I got southwest side. This is the southeast side. This is Melanie's crop plan that she finished. She did include the sun. Looked like she included the quadrants as well. Good job, Mel. Okay, and remember this quadrant is blank. This is nothing. This is like events, play area. Another thing that you want to have in your crop plan is a legend. Remember when you learned how to make little legends in elementary or middle school? I don't remember. So basically, okay, when you see this, you know it's going to be a honeydew. If you see this, it's going to be marigolds. And I strategically put like certain plants next to certain, like, how do I explain this? Companion planting. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. I did companion planting. For instance, my marigolds are purposely near my watermelon because they're companion plants. On this side, I also have marigold and dill. Okay, I purposely put a whole row of green onions to protect also my watermelon, but I also have cucumbers and eggplants, which are companions to marigolds, dill, and green onions. So these are strategically placed and made, which is why it's important for you to crop plant, so you're not just throwing seeds everywhere. Which you can if you want to. There's a term for it. Chaos. If you want a chaos plant, you can. I'm more of a chaotic planter if it comes to cover cropping, which we could talk about in another series. But when you are strategically crop planting, you want to have a legend and you want to purposely or strategically put certain plants or herbs next to each other so they can be companions of one another. Another good example of this would be, if you guys have been following me for a while, you might not know that I was growing calendula. And calendula was specifically because it was good for like insect repellent for certain crops that I was growing in the fall, winter. Okay. So some things that we're going to be growing in the Southwest field, we got marigolds, lots of melons, cantaloupes, okra, some hibiscus. We're also going to do, I'm going to try out some lettuce. So I've never done lettuce in the spring. And I'm going to try it out. I'm going to try out some butter lettuce. Okay, we're going to do some honeydew as well. Back here, these trees are my elderberry trees. Then I have my blueberry bushes. Now, I purposely put them all the way towards the back because the blueberry bushes are going to die. They're going to go dormant every single year. Now, they're not going to really produce much for the first 3 years anyways. So I want that to just be back there, out of sight, out of mind. When they come back every year, you don't have to replant them. When they come back every year, they're going to come back every year. And they're just there. And then we'll just add on. Okay, then I have the rest of my plants. Okay, here we're going to do beans in the midst of squash. That's also a three sister type method. Okay, I'm going to do some herbs. I really, really love lemon balm. I got kind of lazy and just started writing things out instead of making like an over processed legend. Now, these are beds. These are both raised beds, okay? When you get to this side, southeast side, right? This is in relation to the home. Home is over here. This is the southeast side. This is going to be all in ground. We're going to see how that works. It's not going to be a whole bunch of stuff though. We are going to put the bins for the potatoes, and we have like some grow bags as well. We already have some potatoes that are ready to be put in the ground and some soil. All these, this is okra and sorrel or hibiscus. Okay, so we're going to do a lot of that, and then I haven't decided what other things I want to put in ground. You guys know, or maybe you don't know, I don't know if I posted that video yet, of me completing the chef's garden. So we're going to see what that looks like, because like I said, I was kind of not sure how it was going to work because of the muddy type dirt that's in the chef's garden. So we'll see. But that's pretty much it for the crop planning. Okay, let me know if you guys have questions. I'm open to hearing them.